We has returned.
But yeah,
Meanwhile, thousands of miles away, we're still tracking this gnome through the forest.
uh, it's actually a town.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to the forest.
We're
Yeah.
tracking him through a
They don't
town.
know that yet.
Uh,
But yeah, so we're walking down the street.
Um. So y'all start passing. Uh. Y'all leave the blacksmith shop or the inn, and the road that you're heading towards is just pretty much straightforward. It looks like it ends at a fairly large house or some sort of structure at the end of the street, straight down.
I'm just following Cheveyo at this point. He's the one tracking the gnome, not me.
Well, you eventually get down to the end. If you keep going down the road the way that the only way that you know that he was going, eventually you get to the end of the road, and there's a really big building right in front of you. It's much larger than the rest of the buildings.
Hmm.
It looks official.
This is probably the town hall.
Is it abandoned?
Huh?
Is it abandoned or is it
No,
like okay?
Said it looked
not at
official.
all.
All like fancy and
Very
things.
official.
What that actually means, I don't know.
Yeah, the town flag is flying out front.
Oh, okay. What is a town flag, anyways?
There's guards at the door.
Well, I'm not trying to get in.
I mean, can't we talk to them?
I mean, if you want, you can.
No. So, where to next?
Y'all
Hmm.
just turn around.
Are there two paths?
Yeah, back there at the other road. Yeah, this is just the direction that that looked like the gnome was going,
I want to enter.
which ends at a dead end. Like this road literally goes straight down. There's like alleyways in between houses, but as far as the main road, you were at an intersection, and it took you down the part of the T that went straight up into the end of a dead road. The road that you were on connected the two Market Street roads, and you were in between the two Market Street roads.
Can I see if I can spot anything unusual? Like maybe turn garbage cans or something.
Um, I mean, you can look around. And you definitely notice that there's a mob people arguing with guards down next to the edge of the inn that you just left. Um,
24 spot, I'm guessing.
Yes.
eh, trying to think. There's really not much to notice. I mean, you notice an elderly couple arguing at a door with each other. That kind of was just sticks out, but there's nothing else. Like as far as where did that little gnome go? Nothing. Like you're not gonna get here. Like basically, you went down the road and pretty much you ran into the town hall. You passed by several shops and houses on the way there. Um, about 10 or 15 or so houses down to get to that place. Down at the end of the road, that's where you're at. If you go back to the intersection where you were before, you can go left or right. That's where the blacksmith shop is on. If you're facing it right now, you'll be facing south. The blacksmith shop will be on your right, so western part of the road, and the inn would be on the eastern way to your left. If you look at my screen right now, um, this is pretty much where you're at. Even though there's not buildings there yet, as far as the roadway works, that's where you're at.
It seems I completely lost him now, I say to Sig and Sylvan.
A shame. Sure, we could have gotten some kind of look finding him. Now then, do you want to continue an exercise of futility in searching the entire city, or shall we just move on? The guards can handle this from this point.
Let's move on then. Oh, them bitches.
So we start to leave town.
Wait, you guys are gonna leave town?
I mean, the blue farm is outside of town.
It's on the edge of town.
Are we
Oh well,
are we coming back?
yes,
Oh, okay.
Okay,
at some point.
so you started walk down the edge, to down to the edge of the road and everything, and you bypassed the scene that's still going on. You figure you said to the north. Um, so you continue to follow this road down. Eventually, you get down to here. You spot another road, um, with a street sign, and this one says Kings Road.
Weird,
I
huh?
don't know.
uh,
Fuck it.
So where are we again?
It makes sense to name it something like that, Kings Road. Now, can you see my cursor?
Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, now I see it.
Um, you see straight ahead of you is an alchemy shop. Um, and
I'll head
there's
left.
there's some residents off. You see another bar, um, not too far away. Um, appears to be some kind of barber shop too, right across the street from it.
I don't need a haircut.
Okay. So which way do you go, left or right?
Left.
he said left.
Oh, I didn't hear you. You continue walking down the street and everything, and lots of houses and shit. Um, eventually the road starts getting wider,
Mhm.
and um, eventually you start to approach the edge of the town. Um,
I'm going to try and catch the attention of somebody that looks like a citizen. This place.
you see I rather how would I say it? Um, you see a teenager walking with a stick on his back and two barrels of water. A hardworking boy.
Mysterious as the dark side of the moon.
Excuse me, lad.
He stops and says, "Hello."
Would you happen to know where the blue farms are?
Oh yes, yes. Just take this road right here on west. Um, take this road on west. And then the first road that will let you take turn right. Just follow that road down to the end.
Okay. Thank you. And I'll pull out a silver coin from my purse and give it to him.
He looks at it. He's like, "Oh, a whole day's pay." He takes it and says, "Thank you, kind sir."
And I head off.
Um, which way do you go?
Oh, right. It's in Skype. So, where are we?
Right here.
Let's see. I do not see your cursor. There it is. Then yeah, I'm gonna follow the road that leads west.
Okay. It looks like fewer houses and smaller and more shacky looking houses too over this way. Um, you come to a road you can take a left at, or you can go
Keep going
straight.
straight.
Okay. You keep going down, you see more houses, lots of you see some like fields and stuff too, some farmlands and lots of animals and shit. You get to another intersection where you can
Straight.
take a left, straight. Okay. You eventually get to another fork. There's a bunch of houses right here.
Right.
Uh, you gonna take it right? Okay.
I'm so glad
Uh,
you're giving him such an opportunity to be very descriptive and immersive.
and I'm going to follow this path to the end.
Okay. You go around the road, around the bend. There's only a couple houses. It's pretty much. It looks like there's just a bunch of fields, and for the most part, there's a bunch of crops and shit.
Yeah, I figured. I mean, farm.
Um, eventually you get it curves, and as you can see on the map, it curves like nice and around and everything. That gets around. Eventually you see um three buildings. I haven't made them all on this map yet.
Yeah.
You see three buildings. One as you approach it, and there's like a little cul-de-sac, little area where larger wagons could turn around easier. And in fact, you see a large wagon out front of one of them. And there's two other ones that are kind of located on the cul-de-sac. On one on the left, one on the right side.
Is there a driver to this wagon?
There is a driver to the wagon. He's sitting there, and he has a boss. It looks like well, like there's another guy. I can't say boss. You see a guy with a top hat, and a monocle in his eye, and a nice, very well dressed man. He's talking to like an old guy. He's half bald, rather large guy, really curly hair, like the horseshoe look that he has. Like the lower part of his hair is like really bushy and curly, but the top of his head is bald. Um, he's got a little mustache. He's slightly overweight, and they're talking. You do notice a sign in front of the place. It is called Blue Farms.
I look to Celia and say, "Is this the place?"
It is indeed.
I walk up to the door and start knocking.
You walk right past the people standing there next to the door.
Okay, they're standing next to the door.
Well,
That's
not
like,
next to the door. They're standing at the end, at the like you see like the road.
well, that depends. Do they seem to be in a very riveting discussion when we pass by, or do they seem to be like,
Yeah,
what are you doing here?
they almost seem to be arguing with each other.
I'll let them argue it out. Cheveyo doesn't understand them, I'm guessing.
Okay. One of the guys, the older guy with the horseshoe, kind of like looks at you as you walk by, and he's continuing talking. You notice they're discussing. He's discussing payment about something, and
Figures.
the,
So Cheveyo knocks on the door. I'm standing beside him. I'm sorry, Alfred.
yeah, you're good. The guy, the older guy, like looks at you as you start to approach the door and knock on it. He says, "Hey, what do you want? We don't we don't want none.
You don't want help?
What do you mean?
Would
What are
you
you here
happen to
for?"
be one of the members of the family of the Blue Farm?
I
I heard you lost your son while I was staying in town,
yeah. What
and
what
I,
about it?
my friends and I felt that maybe we ought to help you.
Well, you can bring my boy back. I would definitely be in your debt.
That said, I would appreciate if you could help me in finding a certain person.
The other guy starts interrupting. He's like, "Listen, I don't have time to sit here and dilly dally with you. We need to make sure that you're going to be able to come up with a shipment by the end of this week for the grand feast. You know the king is coming down." And the guy kind of looks at him, kind of annoyed. He's like, Listen. Do you not understand? One of my best workers is missing, and my own son. He's been gone for over a week. And you expect me to be able to produce all this, and at the price that you're trying to get me to do it for, it's just unheard of. Now listen, just give me a second. This man is talking to me about maybe trying to find my child. And he turns around and walks away. And the guy with the monocle, the rich looking guy, kind of just looks completely like, how dare you? Um, and he walks up to you. He's like, "Hey, so what have you heard? Do you know where they are?"
I've heard that your boy and his friend had gotten lost in Leafbrick Forest. However, I also heard that his friend has returned to town. I
Yeah,
was not given a name or a description for his friend, which is why I have come to you. I would like to seek her out and talk to her and see what she knows, and maybe find some kind of lead from that.
try if you want. She's barely speaking a word ever since she came back. She seems so scared herself. She's pretty much barricaded herself at her parents' house. Her name's Abigail. Abigail Grinley.
Abigail Grimley. And where can I find her parents' house, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, she just at the base of this road. Uh, when you come off of this road and you start heading back towards King Road, hers is the second house on the right.
Thank you for that. Hopefully, I shall be able to return your boy within a week at the most. The map does seem to have the forest being quite far away.
Oh, no doubt. It took them a few days to travel there.
And with that, I will start heading off towards where he said.
Okay. Basically, the house he's pointing to is this one right here.
Yeah, the one in the middle. I figured that.
Um.
I
So
looked
yeah,
at Sig and said, "What did he say?"
Uh, I will say, he seems to be grateful that we are willing to help, and he told me where to find the girl we are looking for. Although she seems to have barricaded herself in her parents' house.
Did he give us a physical description of the character? I mean, of the boy.
Of the boy, we should probably check for that. Sir, one more thing before we go. Could we have a description of your boy, just so we can recognize him if we spot him?
oh yeah, just give me just a second. And he walks inside of his house, aka Google search. Let's see. Oh wow. How was this one? Look at my screen.
Oh god.
Perfect.
All right, we'll go with this one. He brings out a picture, and it looks kind of like this. This looks a little bit, a little more realistically. Yeah. And
Even better.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Okay. So curly hair. Can't really tell height.
Freckles.
Freckles.
Looks like
Okay.
looks kind of red.
Well, I'm guessing the drawing is in like
Actually, yeah, it's in
ink.
black and white, so you can't
Yeah,
really
ink
tell
or
what color
pencil,
hair he's got.
so we can ask what color his hair is.
He'll actually say brown, brownish red, auburn,
Okay. So curly hair, auburn hair. Or curly auburn hair. Got it.
freckles.
And freckles.
All right, so you walk back to that's the road. As he starts to go back in conversation with them, the two seem to be arguing, and the guy seems to be like I don't think you realize who you're talking to, sir. And as you start walking away, and like he's here, I'm like I don't, you don't realize I don't care.
I was about to say. Less realize, more don't care.
And then the voices start to fade as you continue to walk down the road. Um, but they're still arguing over a deadline and a price, and the noble. It seems to be like the noble's like starting to maybe try to be like, I can see what I can do, but I can't promise much more. Not on this short of notice, especially whenever you're not even certain that you're going to be able to come up with it all. And you're like, oh, it's out there. The, the crops are there. It's just they need to be picking. It's like, huh, you better get on it. Basically, is what they're as you hear them as you're leaving. Basically, what they're talking about.
Uh,
Um, I don't think y'all are going to be interested in trying to help him harvest crops later. At least I would hope not. I really don't want to roleplay that.
This
Personally.
Harvest Moon, the role-playing game.
Forget Seventh Moon, Harvest Moon.
Those
Nice.
were good games.
you know what were good games? The Rune Factory games.
Never played that.
So I will definitely within the next by the time we get to our next session, this map will probably be done. Not that I
Oh
got
well. If you like Harvest Moon, you'll probably love Rune Factory. Why?
it.
It's Rune Factory with more RPG.
Anyways, I'll continue on down the road for a little while. Eventually, you come to the house. It looks like the house is like as you're walking up to the house, you see you can definitely tell the distinction of like like the upstairs room. There's a window, and it looks like uh the window has been hit with something that is cracked, and it looks like something's been smeared all over the window. It looks like egg or something. Um, like several of them actually. You notice on the ground next to the window that there are eggshells. In fact, broken eggshells. Like someone's possibly been throwing eggs at this house
God
recently,
damn
and
it,
more
people.
distinctively at that window up there.
God damn it, people. She's obviously traumatized.
Do I
Something,
see?
something smells fucky.
I go up and knock on the door.
I'll be up beside him, seeing as I'm the translator.
I'll be like 10 feet behind them.
um. Okay, so
Iris,
eventually,
maybe you could do the talking for us this time around.
What?
I mean, it's a young girl, and she's obviously been traumatized. So I feel like maybe you'd probably have the best chance of getting her to talk out of us.
Well, probably. I guess.
so eventually the door opens and
You're
there's this man sitting there. He's got overalls on and a really well-defined mustache and a very stern, angry look on his face. It's like, what do you want? We don't want none.
Do they have
We
like a
wish to
lot
speak
of?
to Abigail. I say in Sylvan.
I will say, we heard there was a slight issue with a missing child, and we also went and talked to the boy's father and found out that
Listen,
your
listen. You people have terrorized my daughter long enough. It's not her fault, okay?
I'm not blaming her. I want to know what she knows. All I want to do is talk.
She doesn't want to talk to anyone.
Could I maybe have another of my friends try talking to her and point at Iris? Maybe she'd
I'll
have
like.
better luck talking to somebody that's somewhat similar to her.
I'll
She
wait.
hasn't said she's barely even spoken a word to me. I don't know what she would tell some complete stranger. How do I know this is not one of the girls that is jealous that she was fancied by this young man that all the other
I will point
town.
out the elf ears.
Also, I'm like this. I look like an 11-year-old. Not exactly the age to be fancying boys.
He kind of like says, "Hold on a second." He closes the door. He walks back and then closes the door behind him. Um,
Should probably more
your
like
footsteps.
9.
Your footsteps go on. Um, after a minute or so, you hear some commotion going on upstairs, next coming from looks what appears to be the window that all those eggs are near. Um,
I kind of
you,
figured as much.
you hear her screaming, "Tell him to go away!"
Oh.
Sobbing and shit. Then you hear footsteps coming in again, and he opens the door. And he says, "Listen, I think it's best if you just leave."
Well, I guess you can just tell her that it could very well be her fault if he's never found again.
What? No, don't tell her that.
He kind of looks at both of you. And he's like, how could you even possibly say that? You don't even know half of it. What if she's not telling a lie? There's been history of all kinds of disappearances that have happened up at Lefrick Forest. No one knows what's been going on over there. We don't go out that direction often.
She's the only one who's come back. She could know something. I'm not trying to blame her for his disappearance. I just want to know what she knows to give a better chance of finding him.
He kind of looks like a little upset. He's just like,
Look, I know that. I just don't know if she fully understands that.
roll me a diplomacy. Ooh.
It's a bit low.
Yeah, he kind of puts his hand in his head and he's like, she really doesn't want to talk to anyone. I don't know what else to do at this point.
At this point, I look at Sig and
Have
said,
you tried
Sig,
telling her that or what she knows could very well help find him?
She's barely even speaking words to me, other than leave me alone, and screaming how she wants to die. How she just wishes she was never born. He kind of starts sighing and thinking about it, and he looks at the little girl. He's like, maybe, I don't know, maybe you might be able to open up to her. Go, go on in.
Oh,
It's up the stairs, first room on the left.
I'll look left and right, and then just, just kind of like tentatively walk by, and then as I get like past him, I'll like walk a little bit faster and start walking upstairs.
Okay. You get to a closed door. It's the first room on the left. The door that you were given directions to, it's closed.
Okay. Um, I'm just gonna. Was the guy who lived here a human, right?
Yeah, they're humans.
Okay. Uh, uh, let's see. What am I gonna do here? I guess I'm just gonna say, I'm just gonna knock on the door first, and then say like, uh, hello?
You hear sobbing from the other side. And she says, I thought I told you, go away.
I'm here to help.
wait, I looked away for real quick. Are we all inside the house or is it just Iris?
I assume that me and you were still down by the door with the farmer while Iris went in.
Yeah, it's
I was
pretty.
actually typing out a message I was going to tell the farmer.
Mm,
Oh wow, Jeremy's typing.
yeah, that never happens. But yeah, I just say, I'm here to help.
She. You hear like a pause and like a sniffle, and she's like, "Who are you?"
Uh, I'm I'm Iris. I'm with the people going to look for the missing boy.
There's a short pause and silence, and then you hear the doorknob turn, click, and whenever it opens up, there's this red-haired girl whose hair is in pigtails, and
How tall is
she's
she?
got rather fair, huh?
I was just wondering how tall she is.
She's taller than you.
Mhm.
She's about 5'1",
Oh, okay.
maybe 4'11", about 50 years old. Um, red hair, freckles, kind of cute for, she's kind of got that. You know what redheads look
Mhm.
like okay looking, but like very pale, and she has some kind of features that's like eh. Hold on a second. I'm gonna have to pause it for a second. I think this dog really has to use the bathroom.
Okay, that's
It's like
fine.
looking at the door and barking. And this dog barks a lot, but she's like looking at the door and barking like she's ready to go outside. So let me go walk this dog real fast. I'll be right back.
Sorry to push you into this.
Down, out. Down, out. Down, out. Down.
Ba-na-na-na-na.
Darn it, turtle.
Ba-na-na-na-na.
I approve.
Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Na 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 Batman.
But only I can do that.
No, 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 no.
Bum,
Denim,
bum.
denim, denim. Denim,
Da-na-da-na-na.
So,
denim,
are
denim.
we gonna start?
When Selfie gets back.
Oh, right. I
Fuck.
forgot he was gone.
I just totally forgot why we were not doing anything.
Yes. Oh.
You're hilarious.
Turtle, what is Iris?
She is an elf.
God, I'm with two L's.
Is there a problem with that?
Yes.
Do you not like elves or something?
What class is Iris?
Why does it matter?
Of course it matters. Everything matters.
Why do you want to know? That's what I'm asking.
Curiosity.
She's a sorceress.
You know that killed the cat, right?
Oh my god! That is why Shakti died, though.
All right, I'm back. The dogs have been walked and fed.
I just had a revelation, Alfred. Way back when Shakti died, he died because he was curious. Curiosity literally killed the cat.
Oh God.
How have we not realized this before?
I don't know.
Oh my god. Our cat folk died because he ran off away from the party. Because he was curious.
Oh
Oh my
God.
god. Uh, where were we?
I'm sorry, Alfred.
Um, I forgot what we were. Oh yeah, yeah. So she's just ever so reluctantly and slightly opens the door, and like you can just tell she's been like crying for like days. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, "You're not, you don't hate me like everyone else."
No, I barely know you.
Everyone's told me it's my fault that he's gone
And why would it be your fault?
because we're the ones that wanted to run off to the forest. I'm the one that talked him into it.
But he's the one who decided to do it, didn't he?
Well, yeah, because he said he loved me.
Getting a little bit too deep here. Back up, back up.
Uh,
Well, do you want to... What happened?
Well, we made it to the forest, and we almost got robbed on the way there, but we didn't have any money, so they just took all of our weapons. We, he brought a couple knives and daggers with him, and an axe, and they took all that, and then they let us go. And then we got to the forest, and when we got in there, we weren't there for long, and then all of a sudden, it's just things started getting really weird. I don't know. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
There's sounds and lights, and next thing I know, I just turned around and ran. And I just hear him screaming.
Did you see anything?
It 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 all happened so fast.
Do you remember where you were, like from the road?
Well, I mean, we took the main road going to the North Bridge. Then we steered off. I don't know. There's one of the trails we steered off on, and we wandered off till we got to the forest, and we weren't too deep into the forest when it all started happening. We didn't have a map.
Mm.
See, this is just another good reason for me to have wanted a map.
Well, if there's anything else you can remember that you'd think might help us find him.
Well, there was the trees. At first, when we started going into the forest, it wasn't too bad, but then we got to a spot, and all the trees had markings.
What kind of markings?
It looked like someone had cut the tree, and there was blood coming out of inside of the tree.
Like sap?
No, like blood.
So the trees were bleeding?
Yes, and then I'm telling you, this is it. It wasn't much longer after that. We kept walking forward, and it just got everything got different. It was like we weren't even in a forest anymore.
What do you mean?
Like it looked like hell.
What does hell look like?
Ah, I didn't.
Was there
Oh no, I
fire?
don't want to talk. I don't want to talk anymore. She like closes the door and runs back into her room.
Damn it, kid.
Hmm. Okay. I'm gonna walk downstairs and they're like sitting in the living room, right?
There's still at the door.
Oh, okay. And I say, well, she kind of told me what happened.
Well, that's a good start.
Yeah, she, they went to the, like a little ways off the path and they're attacked by some magical things. Like, the trees were bleeding and just like illusions and it sounded pretty terrible.
Hmm. That it certainly did, or does.
I turned to Stig and kind of look and say, "What did she just say?"
You
Yeah,
really need to
I'll
learn this
explain it.
language.
I'll look at you and start speaking in Sylvan. She says that the child
Ugh.
seemed to come under possibly some kind of magical assault, maybe illusionary or something, but she had been in an area and it looked like the trees were bleeding.
What started bleeding?
The trees.
They
Trees
came out of the
bleeding.
trees, man. They came out of the fucking trees.
They did come out of the fucking trees, man.
That was a reference, by the way.
I'm sorry, I don't get it.
That's fine.
This path be easily lost there. These might be sounds like the work of an ancient spirit.
Angry spirits.
So
Well,
it's not much to go on, but shall we head out? At least we know what to expect and where we should try and find to look.
I was saying and say, do you have a dagger on you?
Eh?
uh,
Do you have a dagger on you?
I do not have a dagger on me.
I looked at Iris and saying, Sylvan, do you?
Do you have a dagger?
is that what he said?
Yes, that is what you said.
Yeah. Why?
She says
Good.
yes. Why?
Alright, good. Want to try
Hey,
an experimentation.
Wait, you want to try what? Sorry.
I have a theory.
hey.
Okay,
Yeah,
first the
I just
dog bark,
found.
then
I
you
don't
break up a
think it was
moment.
quite as much as they needed, but they're almost out of food. You can probably feed them a little more.
Do you think I ought to get a dagger?
All right, sorry, what was that?
No, you only need
Why do you
Or
need a dagger?
Dan, you're breaking up, just so you know.
we only need one dagger for this.
But what?
As soon as we get to the forest edge, I'm going to cut a tree and see if it starts bleeding from there.
Oh, interesting. But before we go, can you guys think of, can you think of anything else that we might need for this?
Horses?
And I'll switch to common. Do you have rations?
Uh, well, let me check. She like rifles through her bag for a second. Uh, oh, actually,
Torches!
she doesn't
A
have a bag
million
with her
things!
at the moment. Actually, no, she does have a bag with her, but most of her stuff isn't in this particular bag. Uh, I think I have some back at the inn.
Great. Well, let's head back to the inn, and while we're on our way out of town, if we need to grab anything like rations, then we will.
Well, should probably find a way to travel faster. I have a horse, but I don't
Then
know.
you
But
can keep up with us.
okay. But didn't you get a bunch of money from the gnome?
I don't exactly have enough for a horse.
Even with what you got from him?
Uh, I will go and check the other purse, Alfred.
Oh, the other purse?
Yeah,
Yeah.
how much is in it?
Uh, there's 12 copper pieces, 2 silver pieces, and a gold piece.
No, I don't. Nowhere near enough.
Oh, okay.
Didn't think so.
Actually, you can make that like 3 gold pieces. Because that was a rather small amount. With the really is like your first encounter kind of thing that you had.
Mhm.
My first, mark.
3 gold, 2 silver, and what did I say? 11 or 12?
12 copper.
12 copper. Okay. So yeah, do y'all
Yeah, I'm gonna head
have
back.
rations?
Gonna head back to the inn, grab my pony.
Okay.
And I have 5 rations in my saddlebags.
We should probably get you more.
Why?
Just
Like, because 10 would be better just to be safe.
out of character, I am going to say as well, y'all are going to pass by a small village by the time y'all get to the forest. Um,
But we
so
don't know that.
yeah, but
And
don't fear too bad.
but yeah, out of character, I'm preparing for the worst.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it makes sense. You're level 1.
It's like it's better just to have 10 just to be safe.
Okay,
Yeah.
And you have something to carry them for you too.
if you say so. So I guess we're
We
gonna
have
head.
no idea how long we're going to be out there for. It's just a precaution.
Did you ever give the money back, Iris, that you picked up off the ground?
She
What?
didn't pick up
I
money.
didn't
I
grab
did.
any money.
Oh.
I
I
told you that
grabbed
like
like
3 times.
How
I
much?
grabbed like a handful and handed it back to them.
Oh, you did give it back to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, "Here, take this. I'm not the thief. This guy is the thief.
I didn't remember you saying
I was
this.
catching the thief because he stole from me, and now I'm returning your guys' stuff with him. You can do what you want to him." And then he ran off. So yeah, we head back to the inn. Is her horse still there?
Uh, yeah.
Horse theft is a serious thing.
What time of night or what time of day is it at this point?
By the time you walked to the edge of town and got back here, it's about 4,
Only an
4:30.
hour?
It was 2
Okay.
when y'all are at the bar, so it's been 2.5 hours.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we have 2 rooms paid for at the moment. Should we stay for the night or shall we just go on off?
Well,
We just go on off. We should probably tell the innkeeper.
I mean,
We rest for now.
we know there's
Wait,
bandits
are you
out
guys
there.
speaking in common?
Uh, no, Sylvan. I'm talking to you.
I believe we should rest up for tonight and then head out at 5:30 in the morning.
Sounds good to me. And that'll also give us some time to finish up some chores in town. And I'm going to switch to common and tell you, Iris, we're gonna stay for the night because we already have 2 rooms paid for.
Well, and
Before we,
we know there's bandits out there, so we don't really want to be camping in the middle of the road.
true enough. Do you have any money, or do you need some?
Yeah, I have money.
Okay. Well then, you should probably get a room. If you have a preferred inn, you could go there. But this is where we are.
Okay. I'm gonna head inside real quick and ask the innkeeper, excuse me, Alfred.
Yes.
I
I'm
was
sorry.
speaking in character to the innkeeper, saying,
Yep, I'm listening.
excuse me,
Yes.
uh, how much for a room?
How much did I say it was before? I can't remember. It's like 2 or 3 gold. I think it was like 3 gold.
It was like 5 silver or something.
Was that cheap? Yeah, something. I can't remember.
Uh, I'm pretty sure this is not a good inn. This is a
It,
common
wa-
inn.
it was a common.
Yeah, common inns are like 5 silver or something.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, 5.
And then I leave.
Yeah.
You don't pay. Okay.
Well, I just wanted to make sure I don't spend too much buying other things, and then come back here and be like, oh, I don't have enough to pay for a room. I guess I'm sleeping outside.
But yeah, a good inn has a cost of 2 gold per day, common 5 silver piece per day, poor 2 silver piece per day.
And then I'm gonna. Are there? Is the market still going on, or would I have to go to like a regular store?
The, the market should still be going on.
Okay. I'm going to look for someone selling uh travel goods,
Like what kind of travel goods?
like food,
Food.
Okay. Oh yeah.
like
If you go to the front
dried
area,
food,
there's
things that it will
yeah.
keep.
If you go down the market road for a while, and then you go as you get closer to the front, you'll run into um a bunch of uh food vendors along the front strip road. Not even on the market road that you're on, but on the coastline road.
Okay. But yeah, I'm looking for ones like packages of like seeds or jerky or
Yeah, you find 'em-
dried
You can
berries.
find both. You can find both all that stuff.
Okay. I'm gonna get like about say a few pounds worth, like probably like five. Uh, let's see. Let me look something up real quick. Oops. Do, 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 do. Adventuring gear. Probably about like say 2.5 golds worth of food. Is that
Okay.
feasible?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just thought of something amusing.
What?
What's that?
A 10-foot pole could possibly be considered a large quarterstaff.
Wouldn't it? Isn't it like too thin though?
I don't know.
So, all right. So you get some rations.
Does
You
anything
go back to.
interesting happen while I'm in the market?
Said you go back to the end.
Yeah, I just go back. Like I'm not looking for anything else.
Okay.
Unless if like
I,
All right.
something.
however,
You go in
recall
there.
you mentioned an alchemy shop.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't you?
Yeah, there was one up there.
I would like to go over there
Okay.
because I feel like shopping for some alchemy items.
You walk up. You eventually you remember seeing it. You walked up to it. It caught your eye. As you approach, it's a older looking wooden house with kind of a creepy looking porch. It walks up to a small outside area. There's like a kettle out there and like some plants growing around the porch and stuff, and some planters and shit. And then
Uh.
I was trying to think of a name for the place. I'm actually at a complete blank right now.
If this is an alchemy shop,
Yeah.
um, the Wonder Emporium.
I was gonna say Alith Emporium. What's his name?
Sounds like a girl's name. But who knows? Fantasy is weird.
It is. So going inside, I'm gonna look around and see what they have available.
Okay, so you walk in. As you walk through the door, it's like a little um. It's got a little bell on the doorknob or on the top of the door that shingles whenever you open the door, and you walk on in, and it smells like all kinds of different chemicals and components have been like burning, melting, doing just different reactions together. Like the whole air just smells like a meth lab.
They
um,
just-
And because we totally know what a meth lab smells like.
yeah, I have no idea either. but but I hear they're stinky. So you walk on in, and there's like several baskets of different herbs and ingredients and different kinds of components and shit like that, and a bunch of potions on a rack behind the counter.
yeah.
And there's a character there. His back is turned to you.
Hmm.
Steal all the things.
No, I'm not gonna steal.
He's not
Yet.
looking. You could just grab it. You'll
Oh God, Tuttle.
never know.
Don't listen to your don't listen to your paraconscious. Just take half of it.
You guys.
This is your conscious speaking.
Okay, so there's a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm probably looking for a flask of acid. And I'm you remember that one alchemy book that you gave us a while ago in the other campaign?
Yeah.
I was looking through items in that for cheap stuff. Could I get some stuff from that too? Specifically two items.
What, are you trying to buy or are you trying to identify them?
Well, buy them.
Wait,
Okay.
what alchemy book? I don't remember an alchemy book.
It was also it was with all that alchemy items we found, like the powdered water,
Oh.
which is actually one of the two things I'm trying to buy. Oh.
So like dust of dryness? Or is it different?
Wait, what?
Have you... Do you know what dust of dryness is?
Relatively.
Okay. So is it like that, or... never mind. Off topic.
So, do you do you get the attention of the shopkeeper?
Sure. Yes, I will get the attention of the shopkeeper.
Um,
Excuse me, sir. It is a
it,
sir, right?
it turns around and it shows its face. It appears to be a female cat person.
Oh. Okay then. I'm looking for a few items that could help me out in the journey.
Okay. Um, she kind of sits, stands there, and is like, "What are you looking for?"
I'd like to find some form of source of light that's relatively portable. A flask of acid, and perhaps some kind of extra water rations if you have some kind of way of storing those.
Hmm. She pulls down a flask of acid.
It's probably the simplest of the three.
Yeah, sets that down on the counter, and then turns around and starts digging through some ingredients. She then hands you there's a pouch of some kind of something on the table. Um, and then asks, "What was the first one again?"
The first one?
Yeah, the light.
Oh, I heard about some form of orb that could shed light as a torch for quite a while during my journeys.
Mm. Um, well, she goes over to
It's not eternal, but it was definitely
she
longer than the average torch.
she goes over to a little jewelry box that she has sitting off in the corner of the behind the counter, and she opens it. And when she opens it, it starts glowing,
Oh wow.
and then this stone just floats up and starts floating around her head.
Oh god. I don't think I have enough to afford that thing.
Nope, you probably don't. But she shows it off.
Yeah. Is that an ion stone? I've only
She
heard
smiles.
tales.
She smiles and says, "I'm surprised you recognize this."
I'm well traveled. And an adventurer knows the tools of the trade.
She didn't like grabs it and
I've
places it
never
back in the
heard of the
box.
glowing one, though.
She's like, "Oh, it's not any ordinary one. It has been enhanced."
I see. But that's.
She's like, "But I doubt your pockets could afford that."
I do not believe I could either.
However, flask of acid. I gotta look up a price guide now.
From the player's handbook, acid flasks typically cost 10 gold. You can up it or down it however you want. And here's a link to that book, because I have the link.
Nice.
Should put it in the group chat. Oh, yay!
The item I was looking for were lantern stars.
Uh, see, I didn't remember where this is from.
Yeah.
I just know I dropped it one time a long time ago. A link to it.
And of course, powdered water. It's powdered water. Yeah.
Hey everyone, it's Rick Agagar with one.
Okay, what is that?
I don't know,
Yeah,
but it was loud.
yeah, it was loud and annoying. I think it was coming from Dan.
No, it was like some ad.
Oh,
25 gold piece. Oh, one silver piece. I don't know. That's what I wanted. Okay. She pulls out a like the pouch is she's like, how much would you like? It's 5 silver piece an ounce. You mix 1 ounce with 1 drop of water.
3.
Okay.
That should be sufficient for the journey I have planned.
So 11 gold, 5 silver pieces should be your total.
For all that, yeah.
Okay.
And I will pull out 1 platinum and 2 gold pieces. And I'm guessing you don't have any of the light sources I have been looking for?
Say what?
The or the light rocks, whatever they are. I did not get a name. They have been about this size.
Uh, I don't. Were they on this page?
They are. They're lantern something. Lantern stars.
I'm just gonna say she doesn't have one of those on her.
Okay. Oh well. That was really more of a just okay. If I can get this, cool. That'll be nice. Extra light source without. Well, it doesn't provide heat or smoke. It should work underwater.
Yeah, she doesn't have one of those on her.
Yeah. Okay. So in that case, I believe she owes me 5 silver.
She gives you 5 silver back.
I will thank her for her time and place the things in my backpack.
All right.
And it is time for me to head out. Now then, anything else I should get? I should be good for this journey, and I will head back to the inn.
Hmm.
So back at the inn, what's going on?
Give me just a second.
Oh my god, not literally. It's like talking to a chicken. Imagine you're 15 and one day your whole life gets taken from you. Your school, your friends, your dad's friend who buys you jewelry to send you old retainers. Okay, what are we gonna do? We're gonna make my mom work you to take me back to Connecticut. Hello? Mr. Lulu? Hello. Hi. Rick Barnes gave me your name. He said that you work with actors to help them as paid. That was Pig Latin for the past. Why would I try Pig Latin for the first time ever right now anyway? It's so stupid. I
Hey,
can't.
who's watching Unbreakable right now?
Get out.
More than likely, Dan.
I think it's my girlfriend actually.
Oh,
Mm. Yeah, so what are we doing right now?
I am getting a character sheet really fast done.
Okay,
That was
cool.
all. Essentially a encounter that y'all might have because I feel like it's gonna take too long to get out there. So I was gonna see if y'all can get something inside town. Might be a little bit hard, but you'll see.
I mean, other than staying the night, at this point, I'm pretty sure we were about ready to head out. I just felt like getting some kind of extra insurance.
All right, baby, turn that down just a little bit.
Dan, your mic is messing up. Again, your mic is messing up. And I do not have torches, but I do have a lantern.
I have torches and I can cast light, so we're okay on that aspect, I think.
Okay, so as y'all are walking back to the inn, you you're not quite there yet, but you see a familiar looking character, a little short guy wearing a green hat.
Blink, blink.
And you see this guy. He's just walking into a house, just walking up and opening a door and walking in. You definitely
I look
recognize him.
around. Do I see any guards nearby?
No, actually, you don't.
Are there a lot of people around?
Um, a decent amount. I mean, a few. There's people walking down the street.
You closed the door, right?
No, he's just walking up. He's just starting to open it. Dan, give me a spot check too to see if you notice it. Actually, I should probably have you do that too, Sig
Okay.
and Iris. Make sure y'all notice them.
I might.
Um, Sig, you're the only one that sees them.
I'll point him out as like, guys, look who it is.
He doesn't notice y'all, but he walks in and he kind of looks like he kind of just sneaks around the door and slowly closes it.
Should we stop him? Dan, your mic is messed up.
Your mic is so messed up. Try doing something to it.
It sounds more
Have
like
you,
a connection problem, actually. It
uh,
sounds
I
like
was
it's
about,
breaking up more than the mic
I was,
having
gonna,
problems.
I was gonna say, have you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in?
Like you could try leaving the call and coming back.
How about
Much
now?
better.
Yeah, it's much better.
Much better.
No, what were you saying?
I stomp towards the door and knock.
Um, you hear a little, you hear some kind of something going on the other side, like a.
I'm gonna circle around to the back side of the house.
I'll walk up next to Cheveyo.
Okay. Um,
Although I'm primarily going to be playing
I
Guardians
open,
later.
there's no response other than that though.
I open the door.
It creaks open, and it opens into a kind of a living room area. It's not a big house. It's a rather small little shack, but it opens up to a room that has like a table in the middle with a little bit with some food on it, some like bread and fruit and shit. Um,
Where could
uh,
that tricky little gnome have gone this time?
there's an oven in the room. It's kind of like a kitchen living room kind of combined looking area.
Is there a bun in the
And
oven?
off no, it's not even lit actually. But there's like a couple cabinets and closed drawers and stuff like that, dressers or whatever. And then this on one in the other corner of the room, there's a bed. So it doesn't look like there's any. It's just one room, pretty much probably in this house. Iris, you get around back and you notice there is a back door.
Okay, I'm just gonna take out my bow, notch an arrow, and wait.
Okay.
I look to Sig and tell him search the house.
Okay. Are you going to watch this door?
Yes.
Okay then. Out I go. Or well, not out, but in.
I was about to say.
Do you leave the door open or closed?
I I I leave it open, but I close the door.
Okay. Because that does make a huge difference with what could potentially happen.
It does.
Um. Okay.
It wouldn't do to have the owner come and accuse us of being thieves when we're trying to catch a thief.
So go ahead. What are you going to start by doing? You're like I said in this room. After you close the door, there's a there's a fireplace. It's not lit. There's a chimney that goes up. There's a pot in front of it. There's actually, it looks like there's like two. There's like a pot with another pot on top of it, another pot on top of that. They're all pretty rather large. There's a table with some breads and fruits and stuff like that on it. Um, there's like a little chair next to the two little chairs next to the little fireplace. Um, there's a bed in the back corner, a couple of dressers
I'm
and cabinets.
gonna just inspect the room up and down and try and find the gnome.
Um, are you gonna give me a search or something?
Sure, I can give you a search. What is my search? What do you know? It's a +7. Oh,
Yeah,
my cursory inspection returns nothing. Although, I'm still going to keep looking for this guy.
um, you all of a sudden from, let me see, from inside one of the kettles, you start hearing just sounds like clink clink clang clang clink clang 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 going on over there.
From the kettles? I'm gonna head over in that direction then.
Okay.
Come out, wherever you are, tricksy little gnome. Can't hide forever.
The sound continues inside the pot. It sounds like it's coming from the middle one.
How big is this pot?
About 3 foot. And there's three of there. Well, no, I say about 2 foot. Uh, 2 foot tall, and
I
about
will look inside of the middle one.
like it would be. It's definitely like a large crock pot. You could fit a large meal inside there and shit.
Could
Um,
fit a gnome inside of it?
quite possibly. They're pretty small. Um, well, you pick up the first pot and to look inside the second one. You don't see anything in there. It's just empty.
Can I make a listen check and see if I can hear footsteps besides Sig?
I don't see anything inside the pot.
No,
I'm going to reach inside the pot.
you feel the bottom of the pot, and all of a sudden, um, the pot kind of comes up in the air and tries to trap you inside of it. Like it's almost like something is controlling it to move it over on top of your head.
This is
And
not Skyrim, damn it.
so now all you're it's it's
Can I
being controlled by some kind of magical force, and it's like over your head.
I
Andrew,
can't
I'm
give
gonna
any
go
kind of
now.
save against that?
Oh, you can give a
See ya.
reflex save to try to see if you can stop. Put your hands
Love
up
you
and stop it,
too.
or a strength check or escape artist check. They're all gonna be low, but for at least a second or two, you're gonna
Just a
be
reflex.
yeah a reflex to see yeah. Okay, you so it starts raising up on you, um, and you kind of lock your arms to keep yourself from getting trapped inside of it,
Gnome.
and then it just drops to the ground, and it lands on your foot, and it hurts. Take one non-lethal damage. By the way, that was the middle pot that you had stuck your hands inside of that
Yeah.
raised up that did it.
Okay then. Are there other big pots like this?
There's the one more that was below it.
I'm going to knock it over.
It falls right over.
Okay. Back to
With
searching the room. And this roll is better.
okay. Um,
How ironic. A thief trying to catch a thief.
you notice there's a hatch leading up into the attic, and it appears to be slightly cracked open.
I will pull it down.
Steps come down with it.
I will climb it.
Um,
It's a trap.
okay. As you're climbing it and you're slowly about to reach the top, you see this gnome character like walk up, and and he looks like he's like standing right at the top of the steps. And he's pointing a crossbow straight at your head. He says, "Stop right there."
How close is he to me?
You're at the like your hand is at the top step, and he is just out of arm's reach of where, and he's got a crossbow pointing right at your face.
If you shoot me, my companions will kill you.
He just stares at you.
I believe you must remember at least one of them.
He pulls the string on the bow back to cock it and make sure it's good and set.
I drop.
You what?
I'm going to drop from the ladder.
Okay.
Try and get into cover. Should I do a reflex save for that?
He doesn't shoot or anything.
Okay. Well then. I didn't want it to be this way, and I pull my short bow off of my back. Be like, and call out in Sylvan. Cheveyo, I could use some assistance.
I, vo- I walk into the house and try and find where Sig is.
You see Sig sitting on the ground right next to the table with his bow pointed at this. There's a ladder coming down from the attic, and his bow is pointed up inside there.
He has a crossbow, be careful.
Hmm. Ask him to calm down. Ask him to calm down and he won't hurt.
Rejoin the call again.
Try talking again.
Or, yeah, maybe it fixed itself already.
Nope.
How about now?
Nope, nope.
How
Yeah,
about now?
rejoin the call.
Wow, that's really bad.
Freaking Skype.
I know, right?
Why can't they just get their shit together?
because reasons.
Ah, it's getting late.
What does he mean? He sounds towards the door.
That was a
Hold on.
long time ago.
Oh, here, Jeremy. In call. I'm gonna try to start a call myself.
Yeah.
Hey.
And you got one.
Hey.
Yeah, I heard you too. We got him too. Let's see. Dan is not picking up.
That is strange.
Here I was hoping for some extra muscle. When this guy pulls a crossbow on me, I'm like, yeah, okay, fuck off. Guess it's time that you're gonna have to get shot.
Well, shit. What do we do?
We could call it a night. It is already like 10 o'clock. Well, 11 for you guys.
Yeah, I do gotta go to bed soon.
But I want to finish this encounter. Damn
I
it.
know, right?
Cliffhangers, man. Cliffhangers.
Fuck cliffhangers.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think we should just wait.
Well, shit.
It's no good, man. It's no good.
So is it? Are we decided or not?
Um. Yeah, I guess we'll call it.
Okay.
So, I'll just go ahead and tell y'all for experience-wise. Let's see. I'm gonna do it based off of what you guys did personally, each person. So let me think about it for a second. Um, let's say starting at the beginning. Um, Iris, I'll give you just start tallying it up because I'm gonna give you all like small bits of experience for different like little things that y'all did. Give me Iris, you get 50 experience for the clever way that you decided to throw a glowing rock underneath the thing to uncover the trail of the gnome. Um, Also, Sig, you'll get 50 for catching them, and Cheveyo, you as well. Actually, Cheveyo, you're gonna get a 100 total for the catch. Oh wait, he's not even on. Someone keep a tally for me to tell him too, because he's gonna get 100 for helping hold him, and also for shaking him. After that, um, I'm gonna give the entire group 200 experience for unlocking the quest, doing with the crying girl. Is that Dan?
Oh,
Yes,
hey, yeah.
I believe
You're back!
the list.
Okay. Well, I guess if he's back, we can try to finish this scene up. All right.
Okay.
Awesome.
Sorry about that. My whole system was starting to slow down, so I decided to start the whole thing.
Uh
Understandable.
so yeah, you come in.
And you see the thing.
Then I say to Sig, tell him to calm down and we won't hurt him.
Come down and we won't hurt you.
Says the man who turned me into the cops before.
I will do much worse to you if you shoot that bolt at me.
You will do much worse to you if you shoot that bolt at him. And I have a bow myself.
He
Far
can't.
from help.
It looks like he's standing his ground up there.
You are one stubborn gnome, you know that? Well, I don't think he's listening to us. A shame. I was hoping we'd be reasonable about this. Oh well. I'm going to move to where I have sight and shoot him.
Okay.
Wait, who shot first?
Sig,
Han Solo.
Got
give me an attack roll.
Damn it. I missed.
Yep.
So, should we roll for initiative at this point?
Yeah, we can roll for initiative. But as you shoot and miss him, you hear him taunt at you. He's like, "Huh? You say you won't do any harm to me if I come down there, but it doesn't seem like you can do any harm to me anyways, huh? Shooting like that."
Oh god. Okay. I'm going to have to try my hardest not to kill this guy. Although I'm not pulling any punches. He's taking lethal damage. I want to kill him, but he is making it really hard. Not cooperating like this.
Wow. A thief not cooperating? Whoa.
Say cooperate.
How high is he up there?
How high is the ceiling?
8 foot.
It's a low ceiling.
10 feet.
If I were to jump, is he blocking the only way up?
The steps. Okay, you know how steps lead to an attic. Those steep steps. So it's a fold out ladder just like that leads up to the attic. Um, you can't see him from your angle right now, but this I don't think so unless you're positioned underneath the. If you're positioned underneath it, then you can see he's at the very top, at where the ladder ends at.
That's my initiative.
I hope you did better than I did.
Nope.
Nope. Oh wait, that's right. I rolled a 20 for Nish. That would be hard to do better. I thought I rolled an 11.
Oops.
Who's Sud?
Da, 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 da.
What's his modifier? That plus.
Oh, this is cool.
That plus 3. All right.
I hope the guards don't mind taking unconscious people.
All right. Say, go ahead.
My turn, yay! I'm going to take another shot at him. Because thankfully, I don't have a crossbow. Does a 14 hit?